respected hip-hop acts in the music business. They are a 4-time Grammy winner. You see them each weeknight on TV as the official house band on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. And they have also become Philadelphia's own house band as the face of Philly's 4th of July Jam and founders and stars of the celebrated institution, The Roots Picnic. Please welcome The Roots onto the Philadelphia Walk of Fame.
And that their influence on the Philadelphia music scene, from their curating and hosting the annual Roots Picnic to their residencies and eagerness to help young local musicians achieve their goals, has made them as much a part of Philly as soft pretzels and cheese sticks. And as the house band for The Tonight Show, starring the incredible Jimmy Fallon, they have earned the right to be called Philly's #1 musical ambassadors to the world. Let's take a look. Inducting our final group of honorees tonight are 4 very distinguished gentlemen. First, we have an event producer and owner of ESM Production and producer and curator for a little thing known as the Papal Mass on the Parkway. Please welcome Scott Merkin.
Thanks, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the final presenter of the evening. This man is a superstar. He's a great kid. He's an extremely talented kid. I've known him for a number of years. He's respectful. He is such a mega talent. And the fact to the core, he's got a heart of gold to come in for his friends here tonight. You gotta love this gentleman. He is the host of the spectacular Tonight Show. Let's give a huge Philly welcome to my fellow Saturday Night Live alum and current host of the Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon!
The other Roots, right there, the other Roots. Fantastic. Hey Philly, how you doing? My name is Jimmy Fallon. I'm so happy to be here presenting the legendary Roots crew with their very own plaque on the Philadelphia Walk of Fame. I know how much this means to them, and so I'm so happy and honored to be here. Happy to be here at the Fillmore tonight too. What a great room this is. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Everyone hear me good? I've known the Roots about 7 years now. I first met them back in 2008. We were just starting late night, and I needed a band, and I wanted someone cool and exciting, a band that people would want to tune in to see night in, night out. So when Nickelback said no, I asked my friend Neil Brennan, who works with Dave Chappelle, and I was talking to him, and he goes, hey, maybe the Roots, you should ask the Roots. And I go, you think the Roots would be the band for the show? He goes, no, I just think you should ask the Roots, because they might know somebody who, they're in music and they're really nice to hang out, and they would never consider. I go, oh, sure. And then I go, well, I must just ask. Why not? And what's the worst they can say is no. So I asked the Roots. I talked to Sean and Richard, their managers, and I didn't hear back from them for 3 weeks. And I could take a no. And then all of a sudden I got a call back and they said, well, we'll have a meeting with you. I go, okay, cool. So I set up a meeting with me and Tariq and Amir, as you know, the Questlove and Black Thought, and Sean and Richard. And we were all just talking, and we were in Lord Michael's office, because I didn't have an office at the time. We were just starting late night, so they didn't even know if the show was going to work. No one knew what the show was going to be. It's just that we were replacing Conan O'Brien. So I was talking to them. I said, they go, so why do you want us to do the show? And I said, well, I think you'll raise the bar of what a house band could be. You'd be the greatest. That's one thing. They didn't really move on that one. And so the other thing is that you're really close to Philly. You're a train ride away. And then they go, all right, let's start talking. So I was like, all right, good. So there might be some interest in that. So then I told NBC about this, that they might be a little interested in. They were a little apprehensive at first. They were like, I don't know, they might be a little urban. And I said, too urban for me? And they said, Jimmy, Nickelback is too urban for you. But I told them, no, you don't understand these guys. They defy a genre. They can play any kind of music. They can appeal to all different audiences. They're smart, they're talented, they can do it all. Luckily, NBC listened to me. Even more luckily, the Roots said yes. And I'll never forget the day I found out the Roots were in. I just had this feeling like, okay, this is gonna work. This show, whatever it is we're doing, it's gonna be fun. And people are gonna like it, and they're gonna appreciate what we're doing. And here we are now, 7 years later. We're doing The Tonight Show, and I couldn't have done any of it without the Roots. They're such an amazing part of the show. There's no other band on TV or in the world, for that matter, that comes close to them. They can do anything. One night they're playing with Tony Bennett, the next night they're playing with Drake. 1 minute they're running through the entire history of rap with me and Justin Timberlake. Next minute they're playing with Madonna on toy instruments, making it sound just as good as the original. Every musician coming through New York wants to sit in with the Roots. Singers we book on the show don't even bring bands. They're just like, nah, we'd rather just have the Roots play with us. Some celebrities sit next to me and they don't even look at me, they just look at the Roots. And I go, that's fine, you're allowed to do that. But I have to say, we've had some great times together. And the Roots are, I think I admire most about them is that they've never forgotten where they came from. The Roots are very loyal to Philadelphia. Can we get it one time? Thank you, man. Will somebody wake up the band, please? Thank you. Can I get it one time? You don't even want to pick up the horn and give me a one time? Jesus, what the... How heavy is the horn? He's not even looking at the saxophone. He's just saying, no, I can play. He has 2 of them in front of him. He has 2 saxophones. He doesn't want to pick any of them up. He's like, can I get it one time? I didn't hear any horns, but all right. I'm assuming you played one of them. Maybe a kazoo? Do you have a kazoo or something? You can give me a one time. Can I get a one time? That's what I'm talking about. The Roots are loyal to Philadelphia. The Roots love Philadelphia. The Roots are Philadelphia. I'll give you a break and sit down. That's all right. I have to mention their manager, Richard Nichols, who was an amazing guy and is sadly no longer with us to see this day. But I know he's here in spirit, and he's so incredibly proud of you guys, as is the city of Philadelphia. And as am I. It means so much to me to walk out of the curtain every night, to look to my left and see you guys, because I don't just see a band, I see family. What can I say? The Roots are my John.
Jimmy Fallon, D'Angelo. Band, hit me one time. All right, I thought I'd try. All right, I'll try to be brief. Normally, I don't allow myself to get all celebratory about this sort of thing, because I always think that if you celebrate it, then it's going to be over. But this is worth noting, especially significant for Tariq and I. I think 25 years ago, my dad got inducted in the Philly Walk of Fame, and but wait, the thing was, I didn't really pay attention to it much because that day, Tariq and I recorded our very first demo. So I was more just listening to my headphones or nodding my head, not paying attention. Never thought that would lead to this moment 25 years later. Real brief, I'd like to thank the Philadelphia Music Alliance and the Avenue of the Arts for hosting tonight, and the Fillmore. This is really beautiful theater. I know you guys don't see the essence of it, but it's amazing. To all of our teachers, all the schools that we went to, especially the Settlement Music School, Performing Arts on Broad Street, Creative and Performing Arts, all those who contribute to our legacy, Sigma Sound, Dave Ivory, if you're in the house somewhere, Ivory Studios, the studio on 7th and Calla Hill, Rough House Studios, Joe and Chris. Chris actually, on my last day of interning at Rough House, just on a whim, just wrote me out a very large check so we could shoot our first music video. Thank you, Joe and Chris. Joseph, AJ Sean Simmons from Drexel, WKDU, Cosmic Kev, Colby Cole, Lady B, Maia, yeah. I just wanted to see you in the audience paying attention. The tireless staff that works for, if I start naming names, I know I'm gonna forget somebody, but I'll just say that, tonight we received the dual honor of not only being inducted into the Philadelphia Music Alliance, but our alma mater, Kappa, Creative and Performing Arts Foundation. They're receiving an educational award of Outstanding Excellence in the Arts and Music, and that covers the full spectrum of music and the work required to make it to the rewards that follow. And as we enter the Walk of Fame, I'm proud to be part of a legacy, Boyz II Men, Jerry Blavin, Stan Getz, Daryl Hall, and John Oates, Teddy Pendergrass, Nina Simone, too many to mention. All the artists that came before us, we share this award with you. And lastly, I just want you all to know that, we're Philadelphians at heart, no matter where we go in the world. Yes, we want to be everybody's John. I'll let Tariq.
Thank you. It's an honor to be recognized in this way, and it's an honor to even have the name of the Roots mentioned in the same breath as the rest of our class. These other brilliantly gifted and talented artists who have made such an amazing, impactful contribution to the enrichment of this city. It's an honor to know that in the tradition of the cave etchings of original man and the hieroglyphics of ancient Egypt and the iconic artistry found in the ruins of the Mayans, Aztecs, and Rome, that these monuments that we now erect, this graffiti, these murals, these statues and plaques and so on, will serve as our time capsule. This is what makes up the fabric that once woven together will tell the story of our great city and these great times, as turbulent as they may be, to generations and civilizations to come. So what better place to be immortalized in that way than on Broad Street, Philadelphia's main artery. Thank you. our equator, our Mason-Dixon line, so to speak. You know, and it's from these streets that we came, and now back to these streets that we return to the welcome of hometown heroes. So I feel as if our legacy has been solidified, history has been made, and I want to say thanks. But first and foremost, our success, this journey, it would not have been possible without the efforts of our business team who have been with us for over 2 decades. As Jimmy and Amir spoke of earlier, Richard Nichols, who have been with us, thank you. Rich Nichols, who have been with us 21 years at the time of his passing, and whose legacy is with us and still lives on. Sean G, who is, thanks. Sean G, who's been with us for 17 years as the Roots, and he's been with me for 43 years as, you know, my annoying older cousin. You know, Brad Rubens, our longtime attorney, who's been with us for 22 odd years. Carol Lewis, our booking agent, who's been with us for 19 plus years. And you know, all of you, I want to say thanks to the city of Philadelphia. You know, thanks to the PMA, to the Avenue of the Arts, my beautiful wife Michelle, who's been putting up with me for 11 odd years or so. And you know, my partner, my co-writer, Dice Raw, my brothers in the Roots, past and present. Anyone who's familiar with our band can tell you that you know, we haven't always been composed of only Philadelphians, but it doesn't really matter to me with like where you're from. Once you rockin' with the Roots, it's like you're part of the Roots band from Philly. So again, it's an honor and a pleasure, and you know, I mean, there aren't enough words for us to really explain, you know, how beautiful of a feeling this is, and how you know, how long this is gonna sit with us. Thank you, Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you all, man. Thanks, D'Angelo.
I'd be remiss. Look, I'm really nervous about speeches, but I'd die or get killed if I didn't thank my mother, my father, and my sister Dawn. You know, literally, like 3 of the greatest music teachers who taught me everything. Okay, now I think everything is complete. Mayor Michael Nutter, thank you very much for rocking with us as well.
I have one more thing as a surprise for you guys. I don't know if you know how I'm going to do this. No, I didn't know it, so that's what the surprise was. I didn't know. Your first 3 records now sold over 2 million albums. You have platinum and gold, and all sorts of good stuff. Congratulations to the Roots once again. It's a big night. Over 2 million. You got a platinum record and 2 goldies? Come on. Oh my gosh. Can I get a 1 time? Absolutely. Yeah, there you go. All right. Perfect. All right. Joe, we give it over to you? We're good. Joe Piscopo, ladies and gentlemen. The Roots.